Ever wondered why some travelers glide through Europe like seasoned pros, while others look like a lost puppy in a bustling train station? It's not magic, and it's definitely not luck. So you've dreamt of watching the European countryside whiz by your window, maybe sipping coffee as you cross borders with ease. Sounds amazing, right? But if you're a first-timer, the thought of navigating unfamiliar train systems, buying tickets and figuring out what platform you're on can feel a little bit like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Many people dive headfirst into this adventure without a clear plan, and trust me, that's a recipe for a travel headache. In this video, we're going to unlock the secrets to making your first European train trip not just smooth, but truly unforgettable, showing you exactly how to avoid those common travel nightmares and actually enjoy the ride. Now, European train travel is, without a doubt, one of the most romantic and scenic ways to experience the continent. It conjures up images of grand stations, picturesque landscapes, and effortlessly moving from one stunning city to the next. But let's be honest, for a first-timer, this can also feel a bit overwhelming. The sheer number of routes, different ticket types, and the buzz of busy stations can make you feel like you're about to embark on an impossible mission. The good news is it doesn't have to be that way. My goal today is to give you all the practical tips, tricks, and insights you need to turn that potential stress into pure excitement, ensuring your journey is as smooth and enjoyable as those travel postcards suggest. Think of me as your friendly travel guide, sharing the wisdom I've gathered from countless miles crisscrossing Europe by rail. Okay, let's kick things off with the absolute cornerstone of any successful European train adventure: planning. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint, right? The same goes for your trip. Before you even think about packing your bags, you need to lay down a solid plan. First up, route research and selection. This isn't just about picking destinations, it's about understanding how you're going to get between them. I remember my first big trip. I just picked cities on a map and assumed I could just hop on a train. Big mistake. I ended up with a ridiculously long connection in a tiny town at 2 a.m. Don't be like me. Instead, really dig into your intended route. Think about the distances involved. Are you looking at a quick 2-hour hop or an 8-hour journey that might be better suited for an overnight train? Consider the train speed options. Do you want to take the super-fast TGV or ICE trains that zip between major cities, or are you happy with a slower, more scenic regional train? And don't forget the number of connections. Every change means potential stress, especially if platforms are far apart or you have limited time. For general route planning, start with excellent resources like Rail Europe or Omeo. These are great for getting a broad overview of routes and approximate travel times. But don't stop there. Once you have a general idea, dive deeper into the national rail providers. Think Deutsche Bahn, DB in Germany, SNCF in France, Trenitalia in Italy, or SBB in Switzerland. These national sites often have the most detailed timetables, the most accurate information on delays, and sometimes even better prices than the general aggregators. It's like buying concert tickets directly from the venue instead of a third-party seller, usually more reliable and sometimes cheaper. Use these sites to check current ticket prices and get a real feel for your budget. By using these comprehensive resources, you'll build a route plan that's not just efficient, but also fits your travel style and wallet. Next, let's talk ticket booking strategies. This is where you can save a ton of money and avoid a lot of headaches. My number one rule: book your tickets in advance, especially if you're traveling during peak season. Whether it's summer, Christmas, or even just a busy weekend, trains can and do sell out, or prices skyrocket at the last minute. Think of it like airfare. The closer you get to your departure date, the more expensive it usually becomes. Booking ahead doesn't just secure you the most favorable prices, it also guarantees you a seat on your desired train. Imagine showing up at the station only to find out the next 3 trains are fully booked. Not a fun start to your vacation. Now, for those epic multi-country adventures, you might want to consider purchasing a rail pass, like the Eurail Pass. This can be fantastic if you plan on doing a lot of train travel over a longer period, jumping between many countries. It offers flexibility and can be great value. However, if your travel is less extensive, say just a couple of longer journeys or within one region, individual point-to-point tickets might actually be cheaper. Do the math. Calculate the cost of your planned individual journeys and compare it to the price of a pass. Don't just assume a pass is always the best deal. When you're booking, make sure you understand the different ticket types. Some are flexible and allow changes, while others are super cheap but completely non-refundable or changeable. High-speed trains, which are awesome for covering long distances quickly, often come with supplements and almost always require a seat reservation. This isn't always included in a rail pass, so factor that into your budget and booking process. Trust me, you don't want to be standing in the aisle for 5 hours on a packed high-speed train. Always secure those necessary seat reservations. It's a small fee for a lot of comfort and peace of mind. All right, tickets booked, route planned. Now what about those intimidating European train stations? They can range from quaint and charming to massive multi-level labyrinths. But with a few simple tips, you'll navigate them like a local. First off, and this is crucial, familiarize yourself with the station layout beforehand. A quick look on Google Maps satellite view or checking the station's official website can give you a mental map. Some larger stations like Berlin Hauptbahnhof or Paris Gare du Nord are huge and have multiple levels. Knowing where your platform might be, or if you need to switch buildings, can save you precious minutes. I once almost missed a train in Rome because I underestimated the size of Termini station and spent too long trying to find my platform. When you arrive, your first mission is to locate your specific departure platform. Don't just assume. Look for the big departure boards. These digital screens are your best friend. They list train numbers, destinations, departure times, and most importantly, platform numbers. Always check these boards for any last-minute delays or platform changes. Trust me, platform changes happen, and they can be announced just minutes before departure. A train might be listed on platform 5 1 minute and then suddenly switch to platform 12. Don't rely solely on your paper ticket or an old app screenshot. And here's a tip that can save you a lot of stress. Allow ample time for security checks and navigation. While train travel usually doesn't have the intense security of airports, some international high-speed routes, especially those crossing borders like the Eurostar, do have security and passport control. Even without that, just finding your way, grabbing a coffee or using the restroom takes time. Rushing leads to mistakes and anxiety. I always aim to be at the platform at least 20-30 minutes before departure, giving myself a buffer. Finally, take advantage of the station amenities. European train stations are often mini hubs of activity. You'll usually find luggage storage lockers or offices if you need to ditch your bags for a few hours. Restrooms are almost always available, sometimes for a small fee, so keep some small coins handy. And of course, you'll find plenty of food vendors, from quick espresso bars to full-service restaurants. Grab a snack, a water, or even a picnic for your journey. It's often much cheaper than buying on the train. Now you're on the train, ready to roll. But how do you make the actual journey as comfortable and enjoyable as possible? It starts with smart packing and being prepared. First, pack light but smartly for ease of movement. This is not a drill. You'll be lifting your luggage onto overhead racks, pulling it through narrow aisles and sometimes even up and down stairs. A huge, heavy suitcase is your enemy here. Opt for a comfortable backpack or a suitcase with good wheels that you can easily manage on your own. Remember, you might not always find a helpful hand to lift your 25kg bag. My rule of thumb, if I can't comfortably lift it over my head, it's too heavy. Next, think about your onboard essentials. These are the items that will make your ride truly comfortable. Always bring snacks and water. Train food can be expensive, limited, or simply not to your taste. Having your favorite goodies on hand is a game changer. A phone charger or a power bank is non-negotiable. You don't want your entertainment dying halfway through your journey. And speaking of entertainment, load up your phone or tablet with books, podcasts, or movies. A good pair of noise-cancelling headphones can transform a noisy carriage into a serene escape. Trust me, you'll thank yourself when that loud group gets on. Once you're settled, take a moment to familiarize yourself with the train's features. Find your seat, locate the luggage storage areas. There are often overhead racks and larger spaces at the ends of carriages, and understand where the restrooms are. Most modern trains offer onboard services like Wi-Fi, though it can be spotty, so don't rely on it for critical work. And many long-distance trains have dining cars or snack trolleys. Throughout the journey, always keep a watchful eye on your belongings. While generally safe, petty theft can occur, especially when trains are crowded. Keep valuables close and don't leave bags unattended. And remember, you're sharing this space, so be mindful of your surroundings and fellow passengers. Keep your voice down, use headphones for music, and be polite. A little consideration goes a long way in making the journey pleasant for everyone. Embrace the journey itself as an experience, not just a means of transportation. This is where the magic of train travel truly shines. Enjoy the changing scenery outside your window. From charming villages to rolling hills, majestic mountains to sparkling coastlines, Europe's diverse landscapes unfold right before your eyes. It's a completely different perspective than flying high above the clouds. If the opportunity arises, interact with fellow travelers. You might meet fascinating people from all walks of life, share stories, or even get great local tips. I've had some of the most memorable conversations of my life on European trains. Savor the unique aspects of train travel, the rhythmic clickety-clack, the gentle sway, the feeling of crossing borders seamlessly. It's a slower, more deliberate way to travel, encouraging you to relax and truly absorb your surroundings. And finally, never hesitate to ask station staff or conductors for assistance. They are there to help, whether you have a question about your platform, a connection, or just need directions. Most speak at least basic English, and a friendly smile and a simple, "Excuse me, can you help me?" can go a long way. So there you have it. What might seem like a daunting task for a first-timer can actually be one of the most rewarding parts of your European adventure. With a little planning and preparation, you're not just buying a ticket, you're securing a front-row seat to an unforgettable experience. If you want to discover even more tips for budget-friendly European travel, check out this video right here.